The evaluation of this is the primary purpose of government. First is security and welfare. Before 2010, the level of killing in that area was not as much as today. Initially, it was major conflict between the farmers and the herders. And the herders at a point discovered that we or people in authority or the establishment was not really actually doing the needful. So they decided to embark on a kind of a self-help effort by arming themselves more. And then that became a very convoluted situation. It was at that time that we, the government, ought to have come in drastically. Those who lose cattle, let us buy cattle and give them. Those whose property were destroyed, let's give them money or restitute them, so that they know that the government is an arbiter, providing for them at critical need. At the point, these people started feeling that we are no longer really wanted. Our indigenship and nationality is seen as an inferior type. Therefore, we have to arm ourselves to face it became an existential situation. So the role of government at that time was very, very critical to the escalation or to the containment. For example, policy of even disarmament with payment could have come in. So look, we agree you have bought arms to protect yourself. Don't protect yourself. Look, take money, give us the arms. You have lost animal, take money. People who kill your people will go to court, will make sure they enter prison, and we have continuous engagement. Continuous engagement means physical government authority actually sitting with them like this. It is imperative. But those things were not done.
Just a moment, Victor. We're still talking about the bandits.
Sure.
Yes, and banditry. When we had the commissioner, who I think one of the commissioners from Katsina State on Tuesday, and we raised the issue of poverty as a driving factor for the crisis, and all that. And he was vocal in saying that the bandits are not poor, that it wasn't poverty that was driving banditry in the Northwest.
You are the one talking about poverty. I started by saying it was exclusion and governance vacuum. That's how I started.
You know, you don't have to say poverty. When you say
I didn't say poverty.
Perhaps, okay, can we agree on something?
I say exclusion and governance
Can we
vacuum.
agree on something, please? AIG, you said exclusion and governance vacuum. Now, would we be right, let me go with Claire now, that has now driven them into poverty, which is why they are reacting the way they are. Is that the situation?
I did not believe that the issue of poverty. I still insist that is issue of exclusion and governance vacuum.
So they are fighting for inclusiveness.
Good. Exclusion from the mainstream society. What are the mainstream society? Exclusion from having easy access to market, easy access to government assistance, to subsidy, to animal inoculation, which is their mainstay of the economy, to providing them with water point, because in that area, it's more or less a kind of part of Sahelian Nigeria. Water bodies are not always in abundance, as we have in the Middle Belt and the South here. And then what these people have been saying, that they saw this kind of government intervention in their life during Sardauna time. Sardauna was the premier of northern Nigeria. Even when they called Sardauna farm, they took me there, I saw it. They said these are areas that were giving their forefathers some area of economic inclusion and engagement. But now the trend of government administrators they see now has deviated, or is not really engaging them the way Sardauna took care of them. And they have empirical proofs of this thing. That's the point we are saying. And if you engage them in that way, many other things will be there. The tendency for them to cooperate with foreign bandits or elements that are not indigenous to us, the tendency will come down. Let me tell you, gentlemen, if you show hateful misconduct to people or to persons, even without saying it from your mouth, even an animal, when you show an exclusive disposition even to an animal, the animal will begin to withdraw. Even a dog in your house. We are not justified. And let me tell you too, these are people who largely do not have Western education. Their sense of logic and reasoning is not as deep as educated people. So for you to bring civilization, control and coordination for people who are less academically endowed, you need to go embark on a kind of policy of rapprochement. Rapprochement means creating situations that make them to draw nearer to you. By so doing, you will be of a veritable influence over them. For example, we are religious people. We are not in Nigeria. In those places, you will see mosque being built by government for people in the town. This is where they come. They don't have mosque. They need it.